Hello everyone, welcome back to Stonehearth with me, BANTO. So we're back in our Stonehearth town. And today we're gonna be naming some people. We're gonna start with naming 3 Hearthlings, and I'm using a randomize again, so once again I do not select the names on my own. I use a website, I copy in all the names from the suggestions you guys get, so all of you guys have the exact same amount of chance to be chosen. So the 3 people that's gonna be named today is gonna be Matimus, Elver Gadoraga, and Jake Epps. Okay, so we're gonna look first for Jake Epps because he do have an request to be a trapper. So we're looking for someone that is, I would say, having a decent body and having a pretty good spirit can help, because that affects like how many pets you can have and stuff like that. But we don't wanna like take too many people that perhaps would be, for example, an warrior. So I think perhaps Yui Cedro could be a trapper, or maybe we'd go for someone else. Like Silent Tenter is almost a too good warrior. So I think Yui Cedro is gonna be you, Jacobs. Not the correct gender, but I hope it's gonna do anyway. So I'm gonna make you a trapper and try to remember that, and then we're gonna name the other 2 people, Matimus and Elver Gadoraga. So let's see who is gonna name them. The rain quest here is gonna be Matimus. Welcome to town, and then we're gonna name the last person, which is gonna be Elver Gadoraga. Which I'm gonna name, let's see here, maybe this farmer. This could be a really good soldier, by the way. Look at those stats, 5 body, 5 spirits. That is really good stat for being a soldier. And it's not impossible that I will change that later, but Elver Gadoraga do have a trait for a green farm, which is really good when you're being a farm, and that makes them really, really happy. So I had some ideas for this house that we made here. I'm gonna scrap this idea, might work on that later on, but I'm just gonna scrap that idea for now. And instead I'm gonna do a different farmhouse. I wanna make like an, I don't know what you call it, like more of a farm plot. So we do have a couple of different houses, a little fence area for keeping animals. And I think you guys are really gonna like how it's gonna end up once I get going with that. So this is gonna be a quite big area, so we gotta plan this a little bit. And I think before we do too much, I just want to see if we can perhaps start to grow some flowers. Because like I said in previous episode, we do need to do that so we can get a heal going. So we can have some flowers in this one, that's really nice. And also do a tiny little patch here and another one here. You both is gonna be having some bright bell flowers grown. And hopefully we're gonna have enough farmers. We have 2 farmers for the moment. We might need to have a 3rd one with this amount of farming going on. Since we're using the mod Never Furrow Fields, they do not have this empty space between here, so we pretty much have the double amount of crops grown in the same amount of space as you would have in without this mod. And you can download this mod, of course, in the description of this video. I want to say another thing about the mods, by the way. If you look in the bottom of the description for my video and you download a mod, make sure when you go to the Stonehearth forum, when you click the link, that you read that the mod is updated and functional for Alpha 23, because not all mods are functional. There's one mod that's a really, really good one that's created by Froggy, and it's called Cafe Mod, and that one is not updated as this video is posted. So beware that that mod is not fully working for the moment, so you will run into issues where your people, your Hearthlings, will actually be probably dying because they aren't able to drink. But it's gonna be fixed once Froggy have time to do it, so it's a really, really, really good mod, so it's definitely worth to wait for. I think that's one of the best ones, really. So hopefully Froggy will be on to that soon. He has did a little patch there. So this farmhouse, I'm not sure if I want to place it here. I think I might maybe chop down these trees. So this area probably gonna be kind of good for our farming place. And the idea with this farm is that we can have a little bit of grown. We do have this place, but we're also gonna have a little bit of grown on it. And later on we're gonna have a shepherd, and the farmer is gonna be like living at this place, so it's gonna be really, really, really a nice place for us. Another thing that I was thinking about before was that maybe we should change this wall. I have so many doors. The reason we have so many doors is because I want to be able to leave our place no matter where we are. If I want to shop something down here, I don't want to have to take this door, and that would be the same if I only have this door. I don't want to have to like go here and go down and shop here. That's the reason why we have it like I do have it. So what I was thinking would be that we will maybe block a few doors and do it pretty clumsy, just keep the middle one. Or we can do another like wall behind this that only have one door. So for example, let me show you guys what we could do. It's gonna be a little bit of a building. And like I said, this is temporary stuff that we remove later. But what we could do would be to go in. Let's make another wall behind here. And we can make this temporary wall perhaps a little bit more useful. So the idea I'm having here is that we're just gonna have one exit door on this one. Which might maybe seem perhaps kind of dumb, then we can just have one here. But it's gonna be stronger the more doors you have. And also, I'm just gonna have one door and this one in the middle. So if the enemy come through to us, we just have one place to be defending ourselves from. But once we get the real cool looking walls, that's gonna be really interesting to do. And I'm gonna keep the theme going. If you saw my warrior hall, I'm gonna keep that theme going for towers. So this is the warrior hall if you haven't seen it. So I'm gonna go for a similar theme for that for the towers and connect that with walls later on. Okay, so we do it like this. We put a door here in kind of the middle. That would be almost the middle at least. Maybe that's a little bit more into the middle, like that. Then we're gonna build that. And the good thing that we're doing this is that we will also get more net worth, which is good, so we can get more Hearthlings to join. We're already collecting a lot of food, but if we do this, we can get a little bit more net worth while Banto is deciding our new farming area. So what I want to do and apply maybe to this place would be to create these stone fences. These ones, I'm gonna put to maintain like 4 maybe. And I'm also gonna maintain some gates. I want to use these fences for this farm area. And I also want to use these normal farm fences as well through the wooden ones. So I want to make sure we do maintain a couple of these. Gonna go for like 4 of those as well. And we can go for 2 gates. That should be quite good. I was gonna put to maintain 2 shields. So we always try to have a couple of shields around. We're gonna need it later on once we get a few more warriors. And maintain a couple of farmer tools, a couple of footman swords. It's always good. We can get some more farmers temporary, or get a few more soldiers if things goes bad, which it can do pretty quickly. So we want to look into a little bit. I think Matimus, perhaps, or Silent might become an herbalist. I'm not sure if we have it crafted yet. The Silent is probably a better choice because she do have 1 more in spirit, which is good for being a healer. So I'm gonna go for Silent Tenter maybe. Let's see how was the mind, by the way. 2 in mind. Matimus got 3. So the green attribute, which is mind, it actually makes your Hearthlings level quicker no matter what profession. They level faster pretty much. So it could be good to go for this one, but I don't think there's such a big jump from 2 to 3 on how fast the level. It would be like 2 to 5. I'd probably go with the one that has 5 instead. But Silent Tenter, that's gonna be my herbalist. We're gonna make sure we craft that thing. I have to do herbalist stuff here. We do need some flowers. We have no flowers. So we just have to wait for that for a while, I guess. Kinda wish they would have prioritized that a bit. I guess what we could do just for now, we're just gonna put this back later on. Gonna remove those 2. So we make sure we grow these before we plant more here. Oh, we're talking about stuff? Ooh, I just love those animations. They're really beautiful. Okay, so I'm just gonna look into our little farm place here. So the thing is that we don't want to keep like building stuff here. This is a place for farming stuff. So with this mod Better Stockpile, or Better Storage as it's named nowadays, you can customize it even more than you can normally. So it's really good. So I want to go with none first. And then we're gonna set up each individual little storage container, which I wish you could do easier, more at the same time. So this one have a raw veggie. So we're gonna have a couple of these. That's gonna be... I guess we can have raw veggie. We can go for raw meat as well, I guess. Cooked meat, we're gonna start at different places. So the cooked stuff is gonna be more like a tavern or something. That's where we're gonna try to keep that instead. I'm also gonna have plants in these. So 3 different categories. Plants, raw veggie, and raw meat. So I'm just gonna customize all these and then we're gonna move on. So I haven't set them up. There should be raw veggie, plants, and also raw meat. So I guess we're gonna get like more like a trapper shack later on. We keep the raw meat at a different place, but like cooked food, both for veggie and normal meat food and whatever food we're gonna make, something that is baked or something, that's gonna be in like a different storage. I think that's gonna work out pretty good for us. So hopefully our farm is gonna go here soon. So I'm kind of looking into actually promoting like a third farmer. Just for now, not for later on. That we could have farming for a bit. Nick, I'm gonna put you to the farming and you're gonna help a little bit with farming, just so we can make sure we get those flowers going. That's like, it's really is like the most important thing to get going now, because if you don't have a cleric, you're gonna start to lose soldiers. It's super important, really. And something we can do that sometimes helps is for the farmers to remove haul from them. So instead of just, you know, carrying this around, they would have to like wait for like workers to do it. And instead they can have conversation between each other, not what I wanted them to do. Pretty interesting conversation. I love this facial expression, looks so awesome. But the way it works is that, you know, they're not gonna carry this around. They're gonna spend their time actually do farm work. Except for this little fellow here, Nick. Just became a farmer. You're not performing so good so far, man. Oh, he actually whistled for Granny Klutz to come over. I guess he's like to talk with the farmers, I guess. Talking about pelts. I've never seen that X before. Interesting. Okay, so we got them working there. You should see some flowers growing. I'm gonna just go and throw in some more stuff to grow. Gonna switch out maybe both these two to corn. The good thing about the corn is that they give a lot of food. And they also take a long time to grow. So it's not as much work, since you don't have to work with them as often, because it just keeps going. They just fix the dirt and then they put down the flowers. They just fix the dirt and then they put down the seeds, and it takes care of itself. We don't have to go around and water things. I'm not sure if that's gonna be something in the future that we're gonna see or not. Okay, so I'm gonna look into doing this little farming place. So we're gonna start with like putting out a few little things for houses. So this is gonna be like the main house, like the biggest building. Could be something of this size. So I want an equal number for this. Maybe that size is pretty good. We don't want to make it too huge. And then there's gonna be another part, which I'm doing a different color. Yes, I can kind of keep track of the visuals and stuff. And this is gonna be a shorter one, so that's gonna be 9 by 13, something like that. Should be good. And then outside of here we're gonna have a little pen, and then we're gonna have another house kind of here almost. Maybe a tiny bit of distance to it. And that will probably be like an like a storage pretty much. So we're just gonna see here, we're gonna throw it. We have to access this place, so we have to have a little bit of distance, but I think just 2 blocks is pretty good. So something like that, a little storage house. And like I said, here we're gonna have some fences going on, some normal fences, which we can actually put out right now. Yeah, so we can try it for a little bit. And I should change the color probably for that. Let me put out this again. Like that, and this will be the path. And down here we're gonna just go in and throw in a totally different color. This will be the area for the fence. So I'm just doing this so I can like see the different things going on here. I'm just gonna connect this so there's the same building. You can see here, this should say 18 on all of them. So the good thing with putting these on the ground is that you can go to placement here on the P key. And then we can actually add like fences and we can see if it's gonna match or not. I was looking for seeing like the normal fence, the wooden one. So I might have to like move that up in the queue with a carpenter. Because I don't want to end up, you know, with it being a little bit bigger than it looks here. So we're gonna make sure we make that fence first. But I think we can do maybe this house pretty soon. Okay, we got some invaders and wolves in the woods. We only have 2 footmen, they're pretty low in health, so I might be throwing in, let's see here. Silent Hunter, you're gonna jump in as another footman for now, and perhaps even Matimus. Okay, Matimus and Silent Hunter, become my soldiers. At least for this battle. I guess we can actually rally people. Let's go and fight here. Good, we can use our other Hearthlings. Move to the flag, that's where we're gonna fight. Awesome! Rangacuts level 2. And the thing is that when I promote these people to footmans, they will acquire levels and it would take longer for them to level in different professions later on. But at the same time, once you get levels as a warrior, you actually get some bonus stats when you are different professions, so pretty good to have a little bit more health. So Matimus, you didn't get to be an footman for so long, but for a little bit. Now awesome, we beat the daily goal. Fry Adion has joined. 1 mind, 1 body and 5 spirits. So this is clearly a healer with that spirit and that low body. But guys, leave name suggestions for Hearthlings. I randomize who gets to join, so all of you guys have the same amount of chance to join. Whenever you type, you have the same amount of chance to join. So give me your suggestions, and if you have more than one, feel free to drop them as well. Okay, so let's see if we do have fences. We do, okay. So we want to connect it like these, and I guess we can use the stone gates. It's the same size as the wooden one, so it doesn't matter too much really. So probably gonna have like a wall here. We're gonna make sure that that's gonna work with that. So if I put that one there, and I think that should go together pretty good. Looking nice for the moment. There's another mod which I'm not currently using. It's called end pieces. It adds these corner pieces, which is really useful. So I definitely recommend that one, but I'm not entirely sure if it works for Alpha 23 or not. So it's something I have to dig into. But the cool thing now when we did it like this, just because we do have this under here, is that these will be part of the house. If I just put them directly on the ground, they would be just like you would be, you know, I want to place a bench out here in the wilderness, it would be the same thing. So that's the reason I made this red thing under it. I'm just gonna go remove this like that, and it's looking normal and it's still part of this house. Okay, so now we're gonna start to work on the house, and it's gonna be quite a bit of work, so we're gonna probably speed this up. Did we get the most of the base house done? I think looking pretty nice, pretty looking good. And this is gonna be, like I said, more of a storage house. So for this one we're gonna go with some stone colors instead. So fairly simple like that, and very simple roof as well. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to get like this little thing around this entire house that's gonna be for like this plot. So I'm just gonna drag out like 2 and 1 width maybe would be good enough, and then we're just gonna put out some stone fence around this. Okay guys, so after a lot of fiddling around, the house is finally done. So this is our new farmhouse, together with a big plot with fence around it. And it's gonna be pretty costly because there were about 68 of these stone fences to get around this, as you can see here. So it's gonna be quite an expensive thing, but it's also gonna give a ton of net worth. Okay, let's check out a little bit here with our gnome windriser. Do we want to buy anything or maybe want to sell? Let's sell out some of these better quality items. I'm gonna sell a couple of those tools, it's pretty good, and we're just gonna craft some new ones. So I'm not gonna buy anything for now, at least. But guys, let me know what you think about our new farmhouse, if you like it, if you don't like it, or if you think we should add something more. I think it added a little bit when I added a little bit more decoration here. I did have a few ones here, so I'm gonna put out some more of those decorations. There's a little crate. I tend to like to put out a couple of these around. It just make it look a little bit more realistic, a little bit more real. Let me know guys what you think about the new house. Also, like I said before, drop name suggestion and I was randomly select someone of you guys that are able to join. So 2 to 3 people per episode, as long as we have Hearthlings to name, I'm gonna be naming. Thanks for watching today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like on the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching, have a great time, and take care.